everyone, welcome to my first Facebook Live session of 2021. Presenting a new topic at a new time. So we will be meeting at 5 p.m. now on every weekend, that is Sunday. And the topic we will discuss today is mentioned here. So this is the new series, which is a 4-episode series called 4 Key Tools for Success. Like I said, this FB series is spread over 4 episodes starting today. We all need various tools to do our work effectively and be more productive. So that was the key reason why we started this series today. Before we introduce the segment, let me introduce you to me. My name is Rashie Sinha, and I am your productivity coach and trainer. I come with about 20 years of experience in the corporate world, where my key responsibilities was to launch new business verticals and ensure their success by making them economically viable for the firms. A while ago, I decided to spread my wings, gave up my corporate career, and started my own firm where I help entrepreneurs and various companies to be more productive, both through direct coaching to the business owners or by doing corporate training at various corporate houses. Coming back to the topic, which is 4 key tools for success, let me first introduce you to these 4 tools that, when done right, can bring about immense change and make you highly productive. This session is for entrepreneurs who are at various stage of their business. The session will act as a reminder and refresher for them. For young startups who are looking to set the ball rolling, the session will give you multiple tips on how to do better, who will give on giving you the right move to make while you are starting your business. The session is also for corporate employees. The series and the discussed 4 tools will help you sharpen your effectiveness by making you maximize your potential and make you highly productive. So the session is also designed to help students who can learn to stay ahead of the curve and make the most of their skills and time. So here I am presenting the 4 key tools for success. So now you all would be wondering what these 4 key tools are all about. So let's get started right away and let me share what I'm going to talk about in the coming days and also today. So the 4-episode series would talk about goal setting, time management, discipline, and stress management. These topics seem generic. However, there is a method of using them well, and when done right, lead to great results. The entire series is structured in a manner to give you specific takeaway points for each tool that you can implement in your work life, and they work well even in your personal life. Of course, the discussion will focus on tips and an overview of these tools. So how the series pans out is that today, that is on 10th January, we will cover goal setting, followed by time management on 17th January, that is next Sunday. We will cover discipline on 24th January. And finally, on 31st Jan, we will talk about stress management. The reason I chose this topic for the series is because we all are, with the new year setting in, we are all looking at a fresh start and planning new things. These tips will help you do just that. For any new beginning, you first need to have goals. To attain those goals, you need to work on time management, and to continue staying on track, discipline is required. And then, at times in life, we tend to feel overwhelmed, hence, stress management becomes very important. Like I just mentioned, the series will have multiple tips and you can immediately implement them in your life. However, there is more. The tips are more of self help or a peek into what can be done with the tools. Post these 4 episode series, I'll be getting into a guided coaching session on the topic where you can register and I will handhold you through the entire process. First, work with the shared tips which I'm going to talk about in these episode so that you have a ready mindset to dive deeper when the detailed course is launched post this 4 episode series. So let's begin today's session, which is on goal setting. Here is what we'll cover in the session today. First, we will talk about what is the definition of goal setting? What does it actually mean? Then the key question is, why have goals? We would then go on to talk about the goal setting mistakes at times we tend to make. Post which I'm going to introduce to a very interesting concept called 5 wives and 1 husband. Well, that's a acronym which is there and I use it like this for better remembering it. So stay tuned to understand this more. Then we will talk about the SMART technique of goal setting. And finally, we will work on setting ourselves for success by talking about planning and achieving these goals. So here we get started, like I discussed, with the first topic which we'll talk about, which is when we say goal setting, what does it mean? It is the process of deciding what you want to accomplish and devise a plan to achieve the result you desire. Goal setting is actually a two-part process. For effective goal setting, you need to do more than just decide what you want. You also have to work to accomplish whatever goal you have set yourself on. There can be something, another way of defining it. So in another word, goal setting is an exercise where you pen down what you want to achieve, which will help you focus on certain targets. In other words, goal setting is a process of continuously deciding your goals you or your organization wants to achieve and accomplishing that goal or goals within a certain time frame. Before we move ahead, there's an interesting quote which I would like to share with you. The people who get things done, who lead, who grow, and who make an impact, those people have goal. So why every individual should have goal, one may wonder. Now, if you don't set your own goals, then you're going to likely end up being a pawn in other people's goal. Well, that brings me to an interesting another quote, which is, the trouble with not having a goal is that you can spend your life running up and down the field and never score. We all have seen a football match or a hockey match sometime in our life. There are goalposts, and the target of the players is to score a goal. What if those goalposts were not there? Well, all you would be doing is running around and nothing else. So you're working and probably working very hard, but then towards what end? So understand something very deeply. You are the owner of your own life, the captain of your ship. You own your soul, so you should own your own goals too. Without goals, you're just drifting. Look at everything around you. It was once a thought in someone else's head. Your computer or this laptop through which I'm speaking with you, your couch, whatever you see around you was once a thought in someone's head, and now, because they had a goal, it's real. So you can see why goal setting is so important, because we're talking about the very essence of our lives and what we decide to do with this precious gift of life that we are given. So the goal setting is one of the key factors of our life itself. Well, none of us can go back and change the past, but every single one of us can change our future. If you haven't set goals in your life till now, it's okay. Start doing it now. This is where we come to more question. Many people ask, so, okay, if I have to set goals, but where do I begin? What is more important, personal goals or professional goals? Or how do I bridge my personal goals and my professional life? What if my different goals clash? Well, the simple answer to all this is when you are setting up to make your goals, the first point to start with is your life purpose. So, first, define your life purpose. Of course, I have written a definition over here. It is the central motivating aim of your life, the reason you get up in the morning. Purpose guides our life decisions, influences our behavior, shapes our goals, of course, offers a sense of direction, and creates meaning. In practical terms, and this is my interpretation of life purpose, it is the intersection where your passion and talent converge with the things that the world needs and is willing to pay for. We can be passionate about things. We can have some special gifts and talents. When we are able to find the balance between the two, which can also make economic sense and without cheating anyone, then that is the real life purpose. Finding your life purpose is not a few hour job. Generally, it is all about work in progress and it takes its own time. So don't rush it up. Take your time, build it up. It will remain work in progress. However, it is important to have a life purpose and it is okay to keep refining it. Also, it is not necessary that it is in just one sentence. It can be a paragraph long too. It's your life purpose, so define it well. It is your wish. So if you want to take an entire page in defining it, do that. From this base of life purpose, everything else will come out. This forms the base of all your goals in life, be it professional or personal. And there would not be any conflict when everything is based on your life purpose. It always works seamlessly, actually, and works to support each other once you have clearly defined your life purpose. Hence, you see, if you have to build a life purpose and form goals, you are actually creating a harmony in your life, and that will help increase your productivity. As you can see, every process and tool has some pre and some post work to be done. This is called aligning your mindset. When you do that now and then join me again at the end of the series for an in-depth understanding of these tools, you will be better equipped and ready to move more effectively. Sometimes when we are doing our work on setting our goals, we do few things that end up harming us, or well, we can make mistakes. So when something like that happens, what to do? Well, the first part over there is to understand that I am making a mistake. So let's understand what are the various kind of mistakes one can make while setting up goals. So when you are working on writing your goals, not knowing the why is a mistake, because when you don't know why you need to achieve something, it will never happen, it will never get done. Sometimes we end up bringing our ego in the middle. For example, somebody has said something and that hurts us, and we make it an ego issue and then go on to say, now I will achieve that and show. As a passion, it works. However, if it remains egocentric, it is a mistake. Having too many goals, that will always overwhelm you. Being non-specific and vague about your goal, we'll talk more about it in the coming slides. Or aiming too small. When you aim too small, you are not totally passionate about it because it's easy, so that sometimes becomes a mistake. Underestimating the time and the roadblocks. It's important that when we do a goal setting, we plan it well. So it is important to understand the time it is going to take and what are the various kind of challenges we may face in the middle. Also, not working in tandem with the habits. We all have our own quirkiness, various habits, some good habits, some not so good habits. Keep those in mind while setting goals. Being negative about goal setting. Sometimes it's actually, taken from point number two. It's an extension of somewhere a point number two, where we tend to have negative goals. So one needs to avoid any kind of negativity in a life purpose or in our aim to move ahead. And the most important mistake which people make is not defining the first step. Because if you don't have the first step right, then you may end up making a mistake. So congratulations to you for attending this live session, because this is where you will learn the right first step when it comes to goal setting. Now that we know why we need to set goals and what to avoid while setting them, let me would introduce you to something else, which is how to set them up. And this is where, as promised, we come to the concept of five wives and one husband. Actually, the concept is five W's and one H, which for easy remembering, I call as five wives and one husband. Well, the uh, whole concept of 5W stands for who, what, where, when, and why. And the 1H is how. For example, while setting a goal, you can ask yourself these 6 questions, the 5W questions, which are: what am I looking to achieve? Who else I need here? Because you need to collaborate. You may need support of other people in helping you achieve your goals. Third, when when is it needed to be actioned? So timing becomes very important. Where will it take me? So you have a goal. So what is the path you need to take and where will you reach? And very important why is, why do I need this? When you are able to answer these 5 questions, lot of things will open up. And now coming to the husband, the 1H, how, you can ask yourself, how will it be done? And when you get the answers to these, you will know you are on the right track. You also know more about the subject at hand, and that will make you more organized in the path you're going to take. In fact, you can apply this concept of 5W and 1H at anything and everything in your life, and you will have answers to most questions in your life. However, while setting goal, there is another important thing to keep in mind. And before that, I'd like to share another quote with you. And here I go. So the quote is, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Let me now introduce you to the goal setting techniques. So the techniques are divided essentially into 5 points. First is, get a notebook and pen, go old school. So this is the first step I was talking about when you're sitting to write down your goals. Ensure that they don't stay just in your head. You note them down using a pen and paper. Write everything that comes to your mind, your vision, your dreams. Make this a habit. In fact, I have said this in past and I would repeat it. I keep a pen and a notebook right next to my bed, and whenever a new thought comes to me, I jot it down in that book, and that helps me move ahead in a strategic and specific manners. Because who people who don't have clearly defined goals will eventually keep going in circles and never be able to achieve anything. So that's a very important first point. Second is, imagine today is the month end or year end or your last day on this earth, and imagine that you have lived a great life, or this year end has been the best year in business for me or in personal life for me. Now, when you are sitting there on that last day of the year, enjoying your success and the good things that had happened through the year, start stepping back. Now, think what things happened in the past for you to have achieved that amazing success at the end of the year. So we are sitting in January 2021. Imagine you are on 31st December 2021 and you are thinking that, what are the good things I did? You have been amazingly successful. Everything has worked for you. It was a great year. So, what were the things you did to reach that level of satisfaction and success that you were enjoying the last day of 2021 so much? Now, when you go back in step, keep going back till you reach today, which is January 2021, and write down all those steps from that point of view. And now turn that list over. That is your starting point. That is what you now need to start doing from now to be successful on 31st December 2021. Isn't that very interesting? Now, I said, as point number one, write down all your vision and dreams. In point number two, I told you to imagine yourself to be extremely successful and write all the points you had to do or what all you did to reach that point. Now, when you have that detailed list, don't try and achieve everything. It would be a mistake. We just discussed that. Pick top 10 goals. Create priorities. There would be multiple things you wish to achieve, but when you prioritize, you pick those things first. Always, there's a pro tip over here. When you pick those top 10 goals, and absolutely, there are times that even those 10 goals could seem overwhelming to you, then pick five, whatever you are comfortable with. Ensure that one of that goal is a short term goal and one of them is a long term goal. When you pick too many short term goals, you will lose uh, uh, the desire or the passion to achieve them. So always have a long term goal to work at and a short term goal. When you achieve the short term goal, you will feel happy and encouraged to move further ahead, and you would always be engaged and passionate because you have a long term goal to look over at. So once a goal is achieved, move that out from the list, add another one. That is how when you have a complete list, you know what are the things you want to achieve. Then you go on to identify the top 10 of those goals and start ticking them one after the other. And that way you will be taking care of most of your goals over a period of time, and at the same time you won't feel overwhelmed by anything because you are only at a given point in time managing those things which you want to achieve first. Make sense? Now, do another thing which is actually the most difficult thing to do, which is make your goals public. It is statistically proven that goals that are shared have 80% higher probability of being achieved. And when you share your goals, the people who identify with your goal become your team. They will help you achieve your goal. They will become a part of your goal. You never know, they may have a similar goal. So you may find a collaborative partner where both the goals are achieved at the same time. So we all understand, as an individual, we work a certain way. When we work together as a team, we achieve more. Another interesting way of making it public is creating a vision board. We will once again talk more about vision board when we come to the detailed classes which I would take after this series gets over. I'll share those details in the times to come, and that is where I will handhold you in creating your vision board. And the fifth technique of goal setting is have SMART goals. Be smart in your uh, goal setting techniques. Basically, that is what I'm trying to say here is there is a smart way to set goals. And now, what is that? So, let me introduce you to SMART, which is an acronym which means that your goals need to have these five things. Keep in mind that when you are setting a goal, the goal needs to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Now, let me take you through an example. Say, if I say I want to be a rich person, that's a dream, right? I can say that's my goal. I want to be a rich person. I'm wrong, because if we go by the example of SMART, it's not measurable. The definition of rich could be different for different people. So I could probably say the same thing as I want to have a house of my own or have a car, maybe having a house help, earning X amount of money. And all of this together means that I want to be a rich person. That could be my definition of being a rich person. So let's start with small things like SMART technique also says attainable. So if I say, I wish to have a consistent personal income of 5 lakh per month by March 2021, what have I done? Let's come back to the definition of SPART. Am I being specific? Yes, because I'm speaking about a specific income I want to start earning. Is it measurable? Yes, I mentioned 5 lakh rupees per month is what I want to start earning to feel that I'm rich. Is it attainable? Well, that's something which differs from person to person. A person who is not earning anything may find achieving a goal of personal income of 5 lakh over next 2 months could be huge. For somebody else who is already earning an income of say 20 lakhs per month, this could be no brainer, right? So it depends. The attainability of the goal is specific for every person. That's personal to you. And this I have taken as an example for an average understanding. Is it relevant? Yes, because like I said, I want to be a rich person. So how do I become rich? Well, in my definition, if I earn more money, I'll become rich. So for me, it is quite relevant. And is it time bound? Yes. I said I want to start getting into the zone of earning 5 lakh per month, because when I am on that road is what will take me to become rich, and I want to start earning that by March 2021. So it is definitely time bound. So with this goal, I am being specific. My goal is measurable, it is attainable, it's relevant to me, and it is time bound. So this is how you need to set your goals by using the SMART technique. If you miss any of the element, what will happen is you may miss or you may not be able to achieve the goal. Hence, whenever you are writing your goals, ensure that these 5 points are included in that statement. Now, while setting goals, I would say have at least one goal that is huge. Okay. In other words, there's a very interesting term called BHAG, which basically means big, hairy, atrocious goal. So try and have a BHAG as one of your goals, and that will keep you engaged and keep pushing you to do better. Now, of course, this is my personal recommendation. I believe a BHAG keeps you excited and on your toes. I have a BHAG and I hope that you have it too. In fact, here are some BHAG which I'll share with you of few leading companies to inspire you. Of course, this is from a company's point of view. I believe when you have personal goals in place, you can match it with the mission and vision and direction of a company and prepare a larger purpose for yourself. And that way, you will never be at conflict with anything in your life. So, here are some of the BHAGs of the large firms like Promise. This is for your inspiration, and this is to be used for both in your personal life, and if you have a firm, this can help setting the path of your firm too. Imagine Google said organize the world's information. It was a BHAG once upon a time. How can somebody do that? But they did it. Microsoft said a computer on every desk and in every home. Today, that's almost achieved. Microsoft has done it. We all use a computer to stay connected more than ever. All our data is digitized today. We work on computers. So they have, once upon a time, it was not, it was like whatever kind of a situation. Nobody had thought we would move to this level of technology and internet connectivity or online connectivity, using computers, using laptops or devices, but then this has happened, right? So this is what you need to do. It may seem unattainable, it may seem too tough, it may seem stupid, but that's okay. That is what a BHAG is supposed to be. It is big, hairy, atrocious goal. Heaven. Have it as one of your goal and always look at achieving it. It will definitely keep inspiring you to do better. Now, a goal has been set. All right. Now, uh, we need to get going on achieving it. So, how to go about that? Well, let's say you have a corporate job and you wish to start your own company by 2023. So that's a goal you have taken, that you want to become a business owner by end of 2023. So what would be your first step? The first step would be to define what business you wish to get into. Then understanding the market of that particular area of work, the competition. Is there any policy decision which is going to impact the business in coming months? Basically, do your research on how to get going in the area you wish to start a business in. Then take small steps. That is, start it as a part-time or a weekend project. Then you will know that there could be challenges, there would be certain known, unknown things blocking your path. When you tackle them, you grow in confidence and you also get more experience in that area of work. Slowly, you have prepared yourself to have a parallel revenue model along with your job. Probably, with time, you could exit your work and look at going full time with your business. Hence, you have, by a specific process, achieved that goal. If we generalize this process in a step by step manner, it would look something like this. Let me share that with you. So, this is what the achieving goal step by step process looks like. First point is take action. It's not just creating a goal on a sheet of paper and then forget it. No, start making an action plan. Work smart at it. Like we just discussed about the company, ensure that parallel to your work, you start working on your company. So that's working smart. Keep practicing on certain things, doing better, finding new ways of doing better, explore options. It's possible that the path you have taken may not take you to the goal or may take longer. So explore options of doing things better and doing more. Take advice. There are enough and more people out there ready to help you if you have the attitude of helping yourself and reaching somewhere. It's not about ego, that's a mistake. So seek help, take advice. It doesn't make you small. It only will help you achieve your goal. And when you take advice, ensure that you implement it in your life. Then give your best shot. Learn from others. Always look at what other people are doing to learn from them. They could be doing it better. That is why it's also important to share your goals publicly. Somebody else may have a similar goal. They may be open to helping you, or you could, once you know that they have had a similar goal and they have achieved it, you could learn from their success. Work on your strengths. It's very important to identify what is that you are good at and exploit that. Review your work at periodical level and fix the gaps and the mistakes. And most importantly, don't give up. That's very important. You need to be at it to ensure that you achieve what you have set out to do. An important thing to remember is that there will be times when you will feel overwhelmed and may procrastinate. It is important to recognize it and work it to overcome it. So when you are suffering from procrastination, it is again okay. It happens with everyone. But then we need to make effort to ensure that we come out of it. So in the detailed course which I have been talking about, that would be a paid course on this topic for 4 key tools of success that I would be taking up post completing this FB live series of all the 4 episodes. I will be taking up this topic more in detail and talking about procrastination in various pointers and ensuring that one is able to come out of it without any problem. Now, before we close today's session, here is a closing thought. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Remember one thing: when you think of something, when you dream about something, it will remain a dream until unless it is not set up as a goal with a particular end date and an action plan in mind. Till it's in your head, it is invisible. So let's work at setting goals and achieving them and converting that invisible into the visible. And like always, I am Rashie Sinha, your productivity coach and trainer. And should you have any questions, have any queries, need any help, feel free to reach out to me. You could write in the comment section, message me through my page, or email me on Rashie, Rashie Sinha, Sinha at gmail.com, or write to me at Rashie at theyellowcarcompany.com, and I will be happy to help you. I always read through all my mails and ensure that I answer all the questions that are set up for me. Well, this is all we have for today, and I shall meet you again next week, same time, which is 5 p.m. next Sunday on 17th January, with the next topic, which would be about time management. Till then, enjoy setting up the goals and work at achieving them. Thank you very much for your time.